Hey guys, Coach Kimmy here. So I just wanted to talk to you about how are you doing? How is your winter going? It's almost Christmas. New Year's is right along. I mean, doesn't it just fly by like that? They say life is like a mere vapor. It's here and then it's gone. When you light that match and that vapor is gone, I mean, time just goes, right? It's at the end of the year. It's just crazy how fast time goes. So I want to ask you, how are you doing? When you look back at 2025, do you feel like you mastered what you want to do this year? Did you feel like you made your goals and you followed through and you did them and you feel better about yourself and you feel stronger and you feel healthier and you put good boundaries down? Because that's the goal. What are we going to do for 2026? Most of the time we set strong standards and strong goals, and then by the third month, we just go back to our old ways. We go back to what we're familiar with. And that's something to say that we love comfort. We love to go in our comfort zone, to be secure there, to know it's safe, to know like, I'm good here. I don't have to grow. But I'm going to tell you, if you don't grow, you're so stuck and you'll never find true joy and happiness. When we expand and we stretch and we grow, we literally will find joy and happiness because we're growing. We're made as human beings for fuller expression and fuller expansion. Like you go 1 mile, you want to go a mile and a half. You go 2 miles, you want to go 2.5 miles. Like if we make 50,000 this year, we want to make 75,000 next year. And then the year after that, we should want to make 100,000. The year after that, 125,000, 450,000, whatever, right? But what happens is we get stuck in this complacency. And what is it? Habitual. It's just your everyday normal habits and behaviors that we do daily over and over and over and over again. And then we feel stuck. We just get stuck because we lost momentum. We lost inspiration. We're not like thinking like, oh, there's something so much greater, but there is. That's why I'm here. I want you to know that there is something so much greater waiting you. And I know because I'm living proof. When I got so stuck in my comfort zone that I didn't know I could grow, actually, I didn't know I could change old paradigms in my subconscious mind. I thought I was a victim and I had to live that way. And, everything revolved around that. I love that, Donald Miller did a book called I think the Hero Within or something like that. For Hero on a Mission. That's the name of it. And he said there's 4 characters that live inside us. The villain first. No, the victim, sorry. The victim. You're super upset and angry at all the people that hurt you in your life while you were growing up, right? Or hurt you now in your life now. You would become a victim. And then, it's everybody else's fault. And then number 2, we become the villain because then we're mad at everybody else for hurting and harming us and doing things that they shouldn't have done to us. And then finally, when we finally get over that and learn how to forgive and learn how to get rid of vengeance and learn how to be able to live our own life and stop managing other people's lives, we actually become the hero of our own life. And then you could become the guide, right? First, you get to clean up your own life. You get to make sure that you start getting confidence, believing in yourself, knowing that you're important, you're valuable, you're worth something important, right? We are worthy of good things. And God is always for us and never against us. We and our subconscious mind is against us more than anybody else's. And this is the thing. Most people could say terrible things about themselves, but they'd be so angry and so mad if it was a best friend that said those things about them or said those things behind their back. They'd even be madder. But it's okay that you say those bad things to yourself? No, not okay. And your word is your wand. We have to stop saying bad things about ourselves. We have to stop self-sabotaging. We got to learn to keep pushing forward to our goals, to our good future, to happiness, to joy. Life just doesn't have to be stuck. It doesn't have to be you living in that comfort zone just because you're comfortable. I have learned that the unknown is always so far greater than the known. Because what you know is all you know. And there's so much more to know. I always think of parents, right? When they raise you, when you're a kid and then you become an adult and you think, my parents didn't know what they didn't know. They could only give me what they knew, right? But we hope that we learn more so we can give our children more. So we don't repeat the bad habitual behaviors of our forefathers that have done things differently, right? That weren't healthy or well for us. So I want you to know I'm Coach Kimmy, and I designed a course, a 90-day coaching course that I'm going to coach you through for 90 days from January 5th to March 30th to really walk with you step by step, 90 minutes. And you're going to get a group. It's going to be like group calls, and it's also going to be a community So this way you don't feel alone and you know that other people are going through what you go through. And I'm going to tell you, if you're isolated, you need to get out of that comfort zone of being so alone and thinking you're not loved or nobody's there for you or you're all alone. Listen, God says he will never leave you nor forsake you. God is always with us. That's one part that we could always trust. And know, like, he made this universe, 10 planets. He is the creator of all things, and he's always for us and not against us. We are against ourselves. So I want you to know, you got to get out of that stinking thinking. I'm going to coach you for 12 weeks. I'm going to walk you through my course, a complete emotional breakthrough, to get rid of all the baggage, all the negative Nelly, all the self-sabotaging, all the anxiety, all the stress, all the things that we carry. Over functioning, over pleasing, people pleasing, right? We don't know how to put down healthy boundaries without feeling guilty. I want you to learn that you can make decisions without feeling guilty. And you could be proud and strong and self-confident. And you could know that you can do it. You can, you're able, and you will. Those are good things to say. You got to start giving yourself a pat on the back to say, I'm doing a good job. To remember, I'm enough. I've always been enough. I'll always be enough. It's important to believe in yourself. It's important. God believes in us. We have to believe in us. So if you are somebody who overfunctions, who likes to live other people's lives for them, but your own, which I did for a long time, I always thought, oh, I have this solution. Oh, I have the answer. Oh, I could fix that. Oh, I could do it. And then I overfunctioned and I was so exhausted and tired and burnt out. It doesn't work. It's not healthy to overfunction. Your poor nervous system becomes so off balance. It's a bunch of nervous anxiety inside because we overfunction for everyone. We solve all the problems. We do all the work. Cook, clean, go get the shopping list, right? Go get the stuff on the shopping list. And then we got to put it all away. And then we do all the laundry and then we put it all away. And then we cook dinner, plus work a full-time job, plus raise the kids, plus everything else that we do, right? It's unhealthy. There's no such thing as Wonder Woman. You're not Wonder Woman. She's not real. But I want you to know that you could get good, strong, safe boundaries for yourself, to have clarity, to have a peace of mind, to have a calm nervous system, and to have paradigms and subconscious mind that runs you 95% to shift and change, to give you a better future, to give you joy, to give you happiness, to laugh again, to have balance in your life. So you're not over functioning and your brain can't shut down at night because it's so racing, right? If I'm talking to you, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I would love for you to join. It is going to be so affordable. And listen, coaching is very expensive, but I really made this so it's like an irresistible offer because I really want to bless and help other women to overcome those things that I've overcome. That's when I went through a tough divorce. And that's going to be a separate thing that if people wanted, they could have. I made videos about what I went through and how I went through it and all that. Something separate. That's not going to be in my course, separate course. For anybody that wants that, I do have that. And we could get those to you too if you want support and help if you're going through, or a divorce or things like that, because that was really hard. But I'm going to tell you all the stuff that I put in my course for how I got through it. That's for sure. And I came out a champion. So I would say out of 1 to 100%, 90% I was strong, 10% I'd have breakdowns. Listen, I would have been the opposite have I not learned all the things I've learned in the last 11 years. I would have definitely had been 90% an emotional basket case and 10% I would have been strong. But because I've done all the work, and that's why I created this course, because when you do the work and then you help somebody else to learn what got you through what you went through, then it's easier to have other people walk them alongside to get them through it, to get to the other side. There's always the rainbow on the other side, I promise you. And I got to the rainbow. And I'm so thankful and so happy where I'm at in my life today. I feel proud of who I am. I have a beautiful salon business. I have an incredible social media presence. 165,000 followers on my YouTube, 135 or 50, I think, on my Instagram. I have 77 on my Facebook, 77,000. But then we got hacked, so we started a new channel. Now there's about 10,000 on that one. It's The Therapist by Coach Kimmy. And then I also have my TikTok, 35,000 followers. So I just want you to know, I'm happy in my life. I'm happy single now. I'm joyful. I have an incredible relationship with my daughter. I have an incredible relationship with all my coworkers. And I'm just so happy and joyful with my life of what the choices that I made. But I changed. I kept expanding and growing. I didn't stay stuck in my misery, in my victimhood or villainhood, right? Because let me tell you, there was a point in my divorce, I was so angry. I was not in a good place. And I learned how to get out of that. And it was really awesome. And I never went back to that place. That's the best part. I had vengeance and rage and anger. And I learned how to work through that process through visualization. I'm going to tell you, that's all the stuff I teach you in my course. It was magnificent. And I'm telling you, I never again, that was like a year ago. I never ever felt that revenge, that anger, that madness, or anything that I had bottled up inside towards him ever again. And I had total, I want to say, forgiveness to him. And I forgave myself also. And I'm not angry at him. I'm not mad. We're not friends. But if I see him, I would say hello and be able to talk to him, and did it all go in my favor? No, it didn't. But most of it, the things that I really wanted that were important to me, I did get. So, but I worked towards that and I did a plan and I was intentional. I did a lot of research and things like that. So I want you to know that you can do it. You're able. I would love for you to join me on my 90-day course. Listen, 2026, let this be your year that you want transformation and change. Let this be your year that you're going to invest in you. Let this be your year that you matter, that you're going to be a receiver. Receive, 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 receive. Get out of that comfort zone. And it's easy peasy. I make everything easy. Doesn't mean there's not going to be some emotional times, because there will be, because you're going to empty out a U-Haul truck. You're going to empty out things that don't serve you. But it's such good awareness that you will never go back to that same old person again. And I will never go back to that old person ever again. Never, never, ever. And I have so much more awareness and clarity. I have a calm nervous system and I'm filled with joy. And let me tell you, you become the guide and you radiate when you finally get that confidence and that strength. So I want to walk with you every step of the way for this 90 days. You get the full course too. And then I'm going to weekly make calls and it'll be so exciting and so much fun. So are you ready to change your 2026 this year? I sure hope so, because I am ready to take you to the next level. This is Coach Kimmy. Have a wonderful day.